Hey, what's up guys, TechNotice here, and today we have the iPhone 8 to unbox, so I'm super excited to get right inside the box, but right before we do that, I have something to show you guys. So right next to it is an iPhone 7 box, and right on top of it, this is one thing I have noticed, that the shade goes with the device now. So I picked up the gold variant, haven't had the chance to see all the other devices just yet, like the silver and the space gray, but the gold one does have a darker shade to it now compared to the iPhone 7 previously from last year, where it's pretty much just of white over whatever the device is. So here we're just gonna unwrap it and let's get straight inside of it. So the first thing is we'll pull the tab right at the bottom, so get that aside. And here we have the box. We'll just lift it right open, and underneath we have the pamphlet. So definitely the box is a little bit more shaded than the pamphlet and the iPhone 7 box, as you guys can tell right here, side by side. Pushed it aside, and here we have the iPhone 8. Looks very familiar, guys. The back looks very familiar as well. We'll get more into this in a few seconds here. Now underneath, again, this is pretty much identical to the iPhone 7 box, and I can actually just show you guys. We lift open the iPhone 7, we have the same pamphlet, and we have pretty much the same earphones, and we have the USB charging brick right underneath it. So the feeling of this brick does feel a little bit different. Let's just pull it out to see. So this one does have a different kind of protective casing. It's a rougher plastic. This one is a little bit more smoother. Both of them still have the protective casing on, so just to show you guys. And this is practically new. And pushing these aside, we have the regular lightning earphones, so that's nothing new there. We're not going to get the AirPods that come along with it. I don't even think the iPhone 10 or the iPhone X is going to have it, so that's a bummer. Now just peel the back open. Wow, so the first look of it, it feels a lot heavier than the iPhone 7, and I have an iPhone 7 right next to me, so here you guys can see that the back is now all glass, and the camera has gone back to the original looking of the iPhone 6. If you guys can remember that, we do have a ring around the camera, whereas the iPhone 7 kind of bulges it up. And take a look, guys. So it looks really nice right next to this device. The front is pretty much the same, nothing new there. The sides, let's stack them right next to each other. So neck for neck, exactly where the cutouts are exactly the same. So now you guys can see the antenna band is no longer wrapping around the top or the bottom, and it just pretty much fades right into the side of the device. At the bottom, we have the same speaker, microphone, and lightning port. The other side, we have the same spot for the nano SIM and the power button. So now, actually on the pamphlet, they don't call it the power or the lock button anymore. They call it the side button. The same thing goes for the iPhone 8, whereas the iPhone X definitely uses the side button as a side button. But yeah, this is the first look. Let's just boot it right up and let's see what's new. So now we have the True Tone display, and this is going to be a little bit different from setup. You guys just take a look. I did see a couple other reviews of it, and it did have the True Tone prompt right before we set up the device, so I'm expecting the exact same thing here. Now, nothing has really changed in terms of the operating system. This is running iOS 11 right out of the box, so you guys should expect exactly what you see. And a quick start right here, we'll just set it up manually. I will just skip this. So it's just logging into the Wi-Fi network right now. It should take a second, and we should be prompted to enter or insert a SIM card, which I'm gonna try to skip all this, and I'll set it up straight to the end for you guys, okay? Alright, so while this thing is just finishing its setup process, I'm gonna give you guys a look at the manual. So this one we're gonna start off is the iPhone 7. So inside the iPhone 7, it shows you that it has 3D touch, and pretty much it's gonna be turn on the iPhone with the sleep wake button. Whereas on the iPhone 8, when you pull it out, you got a new background right here, which looks a lot more nicer. And it shows that it's a side button instead of a sleep wake button. So side by side, this is what you guys will see. And underneath the pamphlet, you do have the SIM tray, ejector, and you guys have a couple other stickers. And the main one is the two Apple stickers, pretty much famous for, sticking on the back of a car. Now, I think the iPhone is just about done here, so we'll just continue. We'll set up Touch ID after. I don't need it right now. Just get it straight to the end, and we don't use a passcode. Alright, so I'm going to do this live for you guys. You guys take a look at how the new setup process is going to look like. Now we'll just skip the Apple here. And there you go. So it's going to start. We'll agree to that. Location service, we can disable that for now or enable. We'll set this up. or not. So don't use. Come on, this takes forever. So here you go, guys. You guys can see the True Tone display, and clicking it, turning it on and off will give you a visualization of what it's like to have True Tone on or True Tone off, which really doesn't really do anything at this moment. I don't see anything different. Even on the camera, definitely you guys won't see it, because in real life I don't see it either. It's not like the Samsung Galaxy S8 where it has the automatic mode and the AMOLED display and this and that. Like, you had four settings to choose from, and it actually looks different. This one doesn't really do anything. This is the first look at the iPhone 8, guys. The back is definitely a lot nicer, and the weight to it feels amazing. I'm going to be doing a lot more tests with this against the iPhone 7, against the S8, and a bunch of other different devices, so stay tuned for that. This is running the A11 Bionic chip, so it's one powerful beast. Stick around. Follow me on Snapchat at TechNotice, and on Twitter as well if you guys want early updates and a bunch of just random crap. But yes, this is it. Hope you guys liked it. Peace out.